Hi, you guys again. Welcome back. Yes, we are still gonna talk about money. Yes. Okay. Why it is very important to have a job and money or savings. Oh my God, the light is burning my eyes because it's too bright. Maybe I have to move back a little bit. Anyways, we're gonna continue this. Okay, I just have to avoid staring at the sun. Yes, I'm using the sunlight, natural sunlight, that's why. Okay, here we go. We're gonna talk about money and why it is so important to have savings. Okay, first of all, yes, it is very important to have a job. Yes, number one, you don't quit working. You can rest, but you don't quit working. Okay, you gotta keep working. Don't waste your time, for not doing anything and not trying to make money. You gotta find, the way. You gotta find a way to make money. Okay, of course, you have to find a way how to make a living, a decent living. Okay, I'm not talking about the not legal. Okay, we're talking about legal. Okay. All right, there you go. What I learned in life, okay, that you gotta have money. Okay, I wanted to share you my story. I was 18 years old when I left and moved out and live on my own. Okay, we're talking about my root. Okay, I came from the Philippines originally. Okay, so I was 18 years old. I left my home at age 18 after I graduate high school. I moved to Manila from the Quezon province to Manila. It was like 3 hours away from Pagbilao to Manila. Way back then, I was young, I was 18, I was stupid. I know, I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna admit that I was stupid back then. Yes, I made some mistakes of my life, but I learned from it. I learned from all the mistakes that the life throw at me. Okay, yes, I learned how to figure things out at my age 18. Okay, well, a little bit. It took me years before I finally figured things out completely, smartly. All right, so there you go. I was 18. I moved from Quezon to Manila without knowing that I needed money to survive in Manila. So I was working in Quezon province. I was a sales lady. So I have no money saved up. I don't have plan at all for myself about money. All I wanted to do is just go to Manila without knowing that I needed money to pay for the transportation, right? I thought that I can just, teleport, but no, not really. So I moved to Manila knowing that I only have 100 pesos in my pocket. 100 pesos is not gonna take you anywhere. I don't remember how much it was for the bus ticket. I think it was like less than 100. So I went to Manila to the agency because I was planning to go to abroad that time. I was going to Korea that time. And so I thought that it's gonna be like quick process. You go to Manila and then you fly to go to Korea, but it wasn't. I have to wait. So by waiting, I didn't realize that I will need money. Because of 100 pesos, I already consumed to the ticket, bus ticket. So I needed money to eat, and I needed money to find a place for me to stay while waiting. I have nowhere else to go. I have nowhere else to stay. I don't even have money to check into the hotels when I was in the Philippines because 100 pesos is worth of $2. Yeah, because one peso is equivalent of $1. So yeah, I get like 100 pesos. So that was the anxiety started. I was like, shoot, I can't go back to Quezon now. I can't go back to province because I have no money left in me to go back. So I was like, didn't think about that one. In my mind, I was like, how am I gonna go back? How am I gonna come back? I needed money to pay for the transportation, to pay for the bus ticket, but I have nothing left in me. So I asked my manager, I said, am I going to Korea anytime soon? And she was like, no, we gotta wait. And I told her, how much longer do I have to wait? And she was like, we don't know. You get lucky if you get like 1 week, 1 month, 3 months, 6 months, or 1 year, or couple years, or several years. I was like, really? In my mind, how am I gonna survive? So how am I gonna eat, you know? And then I asked her, can I stay here at this place because I have nowhere to go? And she was like, no, this is the agency, you cannot stay here. So I didn't have a choice but to find a job. So I got lucky. My visa got quick. I only stayed there a total of 1 week at that agency because I got lucky that day. Somehow there was like the employer there, and he wants me to go to Korea right away, and so I got to Korea right away. And I processed all my paper within 1 week, and then I got to go to Korea for, for that only 1 week period of time. And then that was my first abroad, Korea. I flew to Korea, yes, 2007. Yes, that's when I started to discover the new life of me. I felt good, living in another country. That's when I discover how the money works a little bit at a time. I'm not saying completely, okay? I was still stupid that time. I still did not save any money. As in, I don't have a savings account back then. I don't know how to save money. I don't know how to save money. But then I learned one day, so after 3 years working in Korea, I did not save any money at all. So I felt like I just wasted all my years gone by fast for the past 3 years that I did not save any money. So that's when I realized that you really need to have savings, That's because that's when it hits me, the reality that if you don't have money savings, it's like everything will get harder. Everything like around you gets harder. Like you can't do anything. It's even harder to move around, when you don't have money. And that's when I realized that I needed money. That not just because you're a woman, as an individual, you have to have savings, okay? You have to have money in the bank. You don't wanna left empty, okay? You have to have like at least back up, at least a savings good for at least 1 year, 2 years, 3 years of savings, Don't just, go back to the Philippines without any money savings. And that's okay. I went back to the Philippines after 3 years. That's when it hits me like, oh, I don't have money savings. Now I'm gonna have to find another job. And which is, if you find a job in the Philippines, you're not gonna make those money that you make in another country. Okay, I was making a good money when I was in Korea. And I was talking about as in good money, because that money that I was making when I was in Korea, I will never make that in the Philippines. I probably will be working at least 2 years before I even make that money that I only make 1 month in Korea, Yeah. So I said to myself, man, I regretted it. I did not save any money, So there you go. I was in the Philippines for like 9 months. And I was already struggling because I lost money, and then I needed money to pay the rent. I needed money to pay my bills, water, electric, Wi-Fi, phone bill, and food. and money for the transportation because I don't have my own car, so I have to commute every day, you know, every time I have to go somewhere because I don't have a car. So yeah, it wasn't easy, and that's when I said to myself, I should have, you know, saving money. I should have built, you know, at least back up for myself, but I did not. So gladly, uh, that I got approved, my visa got approved to USA, you know, and that's how it started my life, you know. And then there you go, I moved to here in the US. Of course, I can't go to work for a few months, you know. And there you go, that's when it hits me again. I was like, well, I wanted to buy something. I wanted to buy this, I wanted to buy that. It's something that you like sometimes, you know, or something that you just wanted. Like you want to buy food, you want to buy this drink, you know, something that you wanted to buy for yourself and you can't buy it because you don't have money. And that's when I said to myself, I should have, you know, I should have build myself first. I should have like build my financial first. I should have like money savings first before I even, you know, build another life, you know. That's what I was regretted before, but now I'm not regretting anymore because I'm doing it that now one at a time, you know. And I thank God for giving me another chance to rebuild again, you know. Yeah, and that's why I wanted to suggest this to, or I wanted to advise this to everyone. I advise this to my son too, and not just to everyone, you know. So I always tell my son that you gotta, you know, you gotta save money, you gotta have savings, and you always have, you gotta have a job. Job is number one. You need that in your life. You cannot just cut off the job out of your life because that's the main thing that will help you to this world, you know, to fight in this world. And then you gotta need money, you gotta have savings, and one day you're gonna live on your own, and you will understand me how important to have savings. One day you will realize all the things that I'm saying is to you right now was true, or it's true, you know. And now my son, he understands that. He's 18 years old and he's a working student, and he's, you know, he's saving money too. He grew up, he learned from me that I'm, you know, I'm teaching him how to save money. All the things that I learned from this life, I apply it to my son. So I help him how to save his money because I don't want him to experience what I went through before. You know, I didn't have savings myself. So yeah, and this is what I'm going to tell you, that that is the good thing that you have savings, thing that you prepare your finances, okay? So if you are still young and strong, still go out there, go find a way to make money, go out there to start working. Don't waste any time, because time, you won't realize how fast it is until it gets there. And then some people don't understand. They keep saying that, oh, why work hard? You're still young, you know, we have a lot of more years to come. But you didn't realize that while you're fiddling about your younger years, 20 years later, you wasted all the 20 years later. And then there you go, you realize that you're already in your age 60 and you still don't have money. You think that all the expenses will gonna rest? It's not. So one day you will need money for when you quit working, you know. And not just when you quit working, even if you're still working or not working, you will still need money, because our bills never ends, our expenses never ends, you know. So it is very important that you prepare that now in your younger years, because you will need that one day, mostly for when you turn 60. Because when you turn 60, 70, that is the time that you are enjoying your life, resting in your own home, you know. Of course, you still have to worry about the bills, because like I told you, the bills will never end. and that's the one that you want to prepare, okay, now. So that's the one I always advise to my son, or anyone that I know of, younger people, or even you guys that watching. Maybe you can learn from me, you know. That's why I wanted to share this, you know. That's the importance of saving money and preparing yourself. And that's important too, that you save your money in your retirement. You know why? For when you get older, when you turn 60, you can still live on your own. You can still living on your own without having to rely on your children, okay? Because it's going to be hard if you rely on your children, because what if your children is going through something too, you know? Might as well you prepare your financial too while you were young. So that way when you get older, you don't have to rely on your children, you know? You don't have to rely on your children's income. Because it's easier if you prepare your finances or your retirement while in your younger years, because when you get older, that will help you still to survive, you know. Then your children, your child, they're not gonna worry about you, because they know that you have something that will help you to get through to the life, you know. And that's what the main thing that I wanted to share you too, guys. So yeah, that's about it, and I hope you like this video, and see you later. Bye. Thank you for watching.